Here in Wolverhampton, John and Faye are about to make an unannounced visit to one of the city's many takeaways.
So we're now going to be doing a routine food hygiene inspection, a fish and chip shop, and hopefully we'll find that everything's good at this premises. My name's Jonathan, this is my colleague Faye. We're here today to do a routine food hygiene inspection. Okay. And is it okay to come and have a chat? Yep.
After gaining entry, their first stop is always the hand basin in the kitchens, a good test of the overall attitude towards cleanliness.
The wash hand basin was bone dry when I came in, so it clearly hasn't been used, and there's also no soap. So I was just asking the food handler how he washes his hands, and apparently they go upstairs to a wash hand basin every time. I'm not inclined to believe them.
Faye isn't convinced about the upstairs facilities. She wants to see for herself.
Does hot water come out of that? Only cold? Okay. So if you do wash your hands, you wash it in this sink, and you've only got cold water to wash your hands? Yeah. Okay. You're not washing your hands very well then, are you?
Back down in the kitchens, the main sink and food prep areas are causing concern.
The law requires that food surfaces are easily cleanable and in good condition, and this isn't.
But under closer inspection, the state of the basins are put on hold as Faye makes an alarming discovery.
Rat droppings, I think. I think I've found rat droppings. No.
Finding evidence of rats in any restaurant is as serious as it gets. If further investigations prove there's an infestation, John and Faye will have no alternative but to close the takeaway down immediately. In Wolverhampton, restaurant inspectors John and Faye are continuing their surprise inspection of a local takeaway. They've quickly found evidence of rats on the premises, with the discovery of droppings under the food prep area.
Having either mice or a rat infestation is one of the most serious things that can occur within a food business. They carry a whole host of bacteria, and they indiscriminately wee and poo everywhere. And if they've contaminated work surfaces or food, then the food that they've been selling to customers is not safe, and so it's serious.
Standard procedure dictates that Faye now needs to establish whether the droppings are hard or soft to confirm the age of the infestation. And now there are further questions on the general cleanliness of the restaurant.
The rat droppings here are hard, which would indicate that they've been here for some time, but also they've not cleaned properly.
Faye and John need to assess quickly the real extent of the problem. As they investigate further, the lack of hygiene is obvious.
This is shocking in here. I mean, this room is being used as your potato preparation room, and the condition of it is poor. You've got bare plaster, you've got bare floor, broken tiles, bare ceiling, and also you've got a massive great gap around the door and under the door.
John has seen bait boxes in the premises, but with rat droppings in the backyard and the lack of proofing, he is, to say the least, concerned.
They're aware of the problem. Now surely if they're aware of a problem out here, they would try their utmost to prevent them getting in. They haven't done that, which is obviously really frustrating.
John and Faye now set about a thorough search of the whole restaurant for evidence. Behind nearly every freezer, cooker and work surface, they find hundreds of droppings, often accompanied by smear marks left by the rat's oily fur. It's now time to confront the owner about his knowledge of the infestation.
Do you know what a rat dropping looks like? No.
If you don't know what a rat dropping looks like, how are you checking to make sure that you've got none in here? You haven't been.
John and Faye have heard enough. They decide to close the restaurant. So they call their boss Steve to come down and verify their decision. While they wait for Steve, Faye breaks the bad news to the owner.
The fact of the matter is that you are likely to be shut tonight, and you won't be opened until the problem has gone.
The owner has no option but to wait to learn of his potential fate. At the takeaway in Wolverhampton, restaurant inspectors John and Faye have been joined by their boss Steve. After a detailed inspection, he makes his decision.
To protect the public health, I think the decision's got to be a formal closure.
This ruling is always difficult for the inspectors because it could ruin the business.
The decision to actually formally close premises is done in the public health interest. It's not a decision that we take lightly.
Complying with the law, Faye now displays a notice of closure in the window of the restaurant. It's up to the owners to sort out all the problems and to satisfy the inspectors that their restaurant is fit for purpose. Then, and only then, will it be allowed to reopen.